Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to Bruno Andrade, Manchester United have overtaken Liverpool in the race for Enzo Fernandez. It also mentions that Manchester United are willing to pay his £105 million release clause. Enzo Fernandez is at Benfica. He's under contract with Benfica until 2027. Benfica got Enzo Fernandez for just €10 million from River Plate. He's a central midfielder. He's very young. He's only the age of 21. Now, I want to give you some more news regarding Cody Gakpo. So, journalist Alex Crook has said that Man United will sign Cody Gakpo very soon. Man United are in talks with PSV over signing Cody Gakpo. Manchester United will make a bid of around 40 million. Cody Gakpo has been Manchester United's #1 January target. So far, Cody Gakpo has spent his entire playing career with PSV, raising up their academy. He's been at PSV for a good 15 years or so. He's under contract with them until 2026. Now, PSG want to sign Fred in 2023. Manchester United have set an asking price of 30 million. Don't forget, Man United recently extended Fred's contract by a year. Fred for Manchester United has made around 174 appearances and he's scored 9 goals. Fred has been at the club since 2018. Manchester United signed Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth around 52 million. Fred is no longer one of Man United's first choice centre midfielders following the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen, but despite that, this season Fred still started games alongside, Casemiro. He's played alongside Eriksen. Fred's best game this season by far was the 2-0 win against Tottenham, put a very good performance out and scored in that game. But as you know, I've got my reservations about Fred. It is not long now until the January transfer window opens. The January transfer window will be Erik ten Hag's second transfer window as Man United manager. So far, Erik ten Hag has enjoyed one transfer window as Man United manager and he's brought 6 additions to the squad. He brought Terrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Antony and Martin Dubravka. So far, Erik ten Hag has spent over 200 million as Manchester United manager. Let me put into the equation that ten Hag has got rid of players as well. But despite that, he's still inheriting players from other managerial eras. So, the players we've seen leave Man United this year, of course, Man United loaned Lingard out to Forest. We let Cavani and Mata leave on free transfers. Man United sold Andres Pereira to Fulham. We sold James Garner to Everton. Ronaldo got sacked not so long ago. We let Pogba and Matic leave on free transfers. Pogba went back to Juventus and Matic went to Roma. So he's been reuniting with Jose Mourinho. Ten Hag loaned Tellez out to Sevilla. Loaned Eric Bailly out to Marseille. Loaned Dean Henderson out to Nottingham Forest. Lee Grant left earlier on this year. Loaned Ethan Laird out to QPR, loaned Hannibal Meadsbrough out to Birmingham, loaned Amad Diallo Traore out to Sunderland. So there are a lot of the players that have departed the club this year, and certainly next year Ten Hag will be getting rid of more players. So next year I think there's a good chance he'll get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. Henderson's out on loan with Forest at the moment and he's doing really, really well. Revert back to when he was at Man United most of the time he was behind De Gea. I think there was one time when he got given that number 1 jersey. I think Ten Hag will get rid of Tom Heaton as well next year. Tom Heaton is Man United's third choice keeper, with obviously Man United bringing Martin Dubravka in on loan from Newcastle. But at the time we brought Tom Heaton in, we brought him in as a backup to David De Gea. Ten Hag will get rid of Alex Tellez permanently. He'll get rid of Bailly permanently. I can see Ten Hag getting rid of Williams next year because Williams don't get in the team much, does he? He obviously played in the cup game against Burnley and he played in the friendlies against Real Betis and Cadiz. Brandon Williams come back from injury not so long ago. Last season was out on loan with Norwich. Ten Hag will get rid of Tuanzebe as well next year. He doesn't get in the team much. Plus he's unavailable at the moment because he's out with injury. Last season Tuanzebe was out on loan with Villa. He's enjoyed like 3 loan spells with Villa. Don't forget, Harry Maguire has been told he can leave the club in January for the sake of his career. I heard that Tottenham are interested in signing him. You know, Harry Maguire is no longer one of Man United's first choice centre-halves following the arrival of Martinez. Maguire now only starts games when Martinez and Varane and that are not available. And obviously Martinez and Varane are not available at the moment. Plus Maguire's not available at the moment because he's been out with illness. That's why he missed the game against Burnley in the Cup. Obviously we put Casemiro in his spot alongside Lindelof. Man United definitely overpaid for Harry Maguire. Got him for 80 million from Leicester back in 2019. When Harry Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract, and revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him. Next year as well, Ten Hag will get rid of Phil Jones. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is on his way out of the club. Romano provided an update not so long ago. He said Man United are trying to find a solution to let Aaron Wan-Bissaka leave. We're looking for a loan with then an option to buy or an obligation to buy at the end of the loan. West Ham have been interested in signing Bissaka on loan. Wolves have been in for him. Leeds have inquired about him. And he's been linked with a return to Crystal Palace. And Wan-Bissaka was at Crystal Palace before he came to United. Wan-Bissaka, to his credit though, has done well recently. He's been recalled only because Delor's been unavailable because Delor's out with injury. Bissaka put a very good performance out against Burnley in the Cup. You know, he got the assist for Eriksen's goal. Bissaka played in the friendlies against Cadiz and Real Betis. Obviously, you know the news regarding David De Gea. It said not so long ago that Man United is set to release David De Gea on a free transfer. It said Man United are unlikely to extend his contract. So then I initially thought it was going to be leaving, but not so long ago it said that Man United were in talks to offer De Gea a new contract. Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic said that Man United are determined to keep De Gea on lower terms. Ten Hag, he could get rid of Anthony Martial next year. But there's a lot of United fans that would like to see Martial stay at the club. So there you go. By the way, Erik Ten Hag has come out and said that he's under big pressure to get Man United into the top 4. Erik Ten Hag, he's been the Man United manager now for a good, 5 or 6 months. He replaced Rangnick earlier on this year. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Earlier on this year, Ten Hag got named Premier League Manager of the Month. And don't forget, Ten Hag was the one that recommended Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren to the club. So there you go. On my next video, I'll be giving you a preview for the Man United Nottingham Forest game. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.